This is Ben Stevens, and I'm going to do a tutorial today on multiple different kinds of snare noises. There's a lot of them that you can do, and you can interchange them and flow from one to the other, and it really throws up the different tempo and sounds in the beat, and it makes it more original and just cool to listen to. The 4 snares I want to go over, at least 4 of them that I do. There's the outward, I guess it's the K snare with it's a click, but then you add a after it. So it's a, but you want to do it seamlessly. The second one is an inward snare. I learned this one actually not too long ago, but it's really not that hard. It's kind of awkward at first. You'll end up sucking in a lot of air, and you kind of choke on yourself. It's kind of weird, but after a while you'll get it. And the inward snare is done by I do it in the side of my mouth. I do it over on this side, and you want to put your tongue up to the roof of your mouth so you can't pull any of the suction in. You want to block off the airflow, and then what you want to do is you want to do a short in breath of air, and you want to break that suction on between the tongue and the top of your tongue and the roof of your mouth, and you're gonna want to breathe in and then do another kind of right after the click. So it's gonna be a. And that's breathing inward, and that sound is just coming from breaking the seal between the top of my tongue and the roof of my mouth and doing an inward breath, and then adding a like you're kind of using your tongue and the spit in your mouth and kind of just making a inward, I don't know what you call that noise, but you add it after the click of the inward, and it's a The third snare I wanted to go over is, these are outward snares that you do with your, mainly with your lips. And I use this one pretty much this is the main snare I use. And it took me a really long time to form the embouchure and get the muscles right to do this, but just practice as much as possible, and hopefully you'll get it pretty quick. The third snare I want to go over is, it sounds like this. And I do that by, I gotta build up a lot of pressure in the front of my mouth, just like a kick. Except it's not gonna be nearly as deep or robust. And you're gonna wanna build up the pressure mainly in the really front parts of your mouth right here. Keep your lips really tight, parse them really tightly. And you're going to add the after the, and there's that 4th snare right there. That one is done by, you kind of got to block off the air passage with your tongue. You got to put your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and then you got to really build up the pressure in the front of the mouth. Just kidding. I'm at work, so I gotta watch the phones. Yeah. So for the 3rd and 4th snares, you want to build up the pressure in the front of your mouth, and you're gonna vibrate your lips really, really fast, and you're gonna let all that air escape, but you gotta build up the pressure a lot in the front. Almost like you're gonna blow a raspberry or whatever though. Except it's really short and it's really controlled, and you're letting a lot of air out at one time. keeping the air and the muscles tight up here. Just letting this air escape right out here in a short little breath right there. And then you can add the on top of it, and you get this cooler sound in the snare. That's a and you can use all four of these snares. You know, I'll do a sequence, and I'll do this all four of the different snares. There's like this is the outward click with that. And this is the same beat with the inward snare. And this is the same beat with the first outward snare used with the lips. And this is the one with the fourth snare used. And I personally prefer the fourth snare that really just has a really robust sound. And work on the snares. It's really going to help out all your beatboxing, especially if you can switch them up and switch between them in a freestyle or whatnot. And you're really going to impress your audience. You're going to just have a better sounding beatbox all around if you can master the four snares. Hit me up with personal questions if you guys have any like specific questions you guys need answered, and hopefully I can help you out if the tutorial doesn't explain everything I'm trying to get across to you. So once again, work on the four snares. They're awesome. And work on those. Work on putting them into your beats. And until next time, vocal tricks. Peace.